A CBS News Sports Special starts right now.
And welcome back out to PGA National. This is Evenings at the Classic. I'm CBS 12 Sports Director Matt Lincoln, joined by a special guest, the Honda Classic Trophy. Lots of the best golfers from all across the world are here this week to fight for this trophy. And a lot of them were out on the practice greens today, including some of the best international stars from all over the world who are here. How about some of the big Brits? Englishmen Tyrrell Hatton and Tommy Fleetwood were both out here, two guys in the top 15 in the world golf rankings. And this is the first American tournament of the year for reigning Masters champion Sergio Garcia. Europeans could have an advantage this week because of the windy forecast.
We kind of grow up a little bit more with it, playing around the British Islands and stuff. But if it doesn't rain, then it's going to be a really, really challenging week.
Garcia's best finish here was runner-up to Adam Scott 2 years ago. We found out today with the tee times that Tiger Woods will tee off at 7:35 a.m. on Thursday with his good friend Brandt Snedeker. So what does that mean for Sned's caddy? Well, we found out from John Evanson in our latest Caddy's Corner.
Caddy's Corner, I'm here with Matthew Hauser, and as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell just as a casual golf fan, that's Sneds, that's Brandt Snedeker, who of course will be playing with Mr. Tiger Woods on Thursday. That makes it more loud, more rambunctious, but in some ways a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a great thing. More everything. Playing with the greatest player of all time, or one of the greatest players of all time, depending what your opinion is. It's good to be out with Tiger.
Another caddy told me that it's kind of an advantage sometimes when there's a big gallery like the ones you'll see with Snedeker and Tiger on Thursday.
Absolutely. If you get in the rough and you get a big jumper and it kind of goes through, it may bounce up and hit somebody. You never want to hit anybody, but it helps buffer those situations.
You're using these fans as deflectors?
I mean, hopefully not, but I mean, it's happened. He has a chalk line, which a lot of guys have. He's got a laser for his putter, and here, I'll show you something.
Well, let's take a look.
You can consider whatever it might be. It's a.
Is this money? This is his money. I'll hold on to this here. I'll hold on to that.
Yeah. He's a ball here. He uses this on his right foot, so he's trying not to spin out and work a little more laterally. And his coach came up with this, and it's been a great little tool.
Thank you for showing me in Sned's bag, and we'll definitely be seeing you guys on Thursday. Lots of FaceTime.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Caddy's Corner.
A live look at the putting green. It's empty right now, but just moments ago, Rory McIlroy and Sergio Garcia were out there. We'll have more Evenings at the Classic coming up next.
Honda Classic Hole of the Day Flyover, sponsored by Banyan Cay Resort and Golf.
CBS 12's Matt Lincoln with you, taking a bird's eye view of the holes of the Honda Classic. The par 3 17th features the most intimidating tee shot on the course. Hordes of rowdy fans surround you, and you have a 190-yard tee shot over water to a 30-foot green with nowhere around it to miss safely.
That was the Honda Classic Hole of the Day Flyover, sponsored by Banyan Cay Resort and Golf.
The 17th hole, part of the notorious Bear Trap, which swallows dozens of balls every single tournament. And that's where we find CBS 12's Kara Duffy, who has met with the man who has the dirty job of fishing those balls out.
Hey there, right now we're hanging out here at the 17th and final hole at the Bear Trap. This is where more than 75% of PGA Tour players have sunk at least one ball, and you can bet plenty more will be going in this water over the weekend. And while it's not good for their scorecard, it means more money for this guy. It's far from glamorous, but for Steven Martinez, it's just another day at the office. That is, if your office is filled with golf balls and alligators.
The worst part is when you're right up on one, and sometimes they like to play in your bubbles. When I'm breathing, the air that comes out, and right above you, there's a good 10-foot alligator.
Martinez works for Birdie Golf, a company that recovers, refurbishes, then distributes used golf balls for a fraction of the cost.
The bubbles, the methane, oh my God. That's horrific what I was just smelling. I couldn't believe there was actually a field for that type of work.
Martinez says he just sort of stumbled upon the job.
I was working construction at the time, and it was just steaming hot, and I couldn't take the heat anymore. And my buddy's father owned a business, and he asked me to come along and start diving for golf balls. Well, I laughed at him at first. I could not believe what I was hearing.
35 years later, 2 alligator bites and dozens of close calls, he says he isn't slowing down.
I try and shoot for at least 2,000 balls a day.
We asked the guys at Birdie Golf what they do if and when they recover a tour player's game ball, and they say while it is cool to see, they're all worth the same at the end of the day. Reporting from the Bear Trap, I'm Kara Duffy, CBS 12 News.
Back at PGA National, I wonder how many 10-footers are living in there right now. We'll have more from Evenings at the Classic coming up next.
2008, Ernie Els had 2 majors under his belt but had not won a PGA Tour event in almost 4 years. The Big Easy overcame a 3-stroke final round deficit to prevail over 06 Honda winner Luke Donald by 1 stroke. A month later, Els would announce he'd be moving to West Palm for better schools for his autistic son, Ben.
And ever since coming to South Florida, Ernie Els has raised money and awareness for autism, even opening the Els Center for Excellence in Jupiter. And today, students from that school made their annual trip out here to the Honda Classic, learning all sorts of tips from the pros and just enjoying being out here at PGA National. Well, tonight on Evenings at the Classic, we go one-on-one with Daniel Berger, the Dwyer High grad, lost in the playoff 3 years ago, and he's missed 2 straight cuts here. So what is his mindset going into tonight? That is on CBS 12 Evenings at the Classic. We say goodnight. The Honda Trophy says goodnight. We'll have a lot more coming up tonight at 11. And for the pairings this week, go to CBS12.com. Have a good night. We'll see you tonight at 11.